It's ladies like what? It must be Sarah on the mic. With sweet little Holly, got the sugar, got the spice. We're keeping us tight, we're guests on the night. Linked up with Urban Spirit Studios. That's right. And I'm not a rookie on this all-star team. Me and Holly get you hooked like we're fishing for green. This is home, never leaving us talent alone. Yes, it is my city, it's my throne.
Do you know what? I actually read something about a guy who, it was the similar sort of thing.
Yeah.
So this guy, he met this woman. He was like on a business trip.
Yeah.
So this guy went on a business trip, and he was doing whatever. I don't know what his job was. And he crossed paths with this woman, thought she was lovely, exchanged telephone numbers and whatever. Said, I'll probably, we can meet up again if I'm back in the area. So he goes off back to his job and his life. A few months later, he comes back to a messenger. Can we meet up, let's have a drink? That happened a few times until the point where, they're ringing each other now and they're actually getting close to each other. So they get together. He actually relocates with his job and works in her city now. So he
did that for her?
Yeah, eventually, yeah. So because the business was like, he was able to do that within that business because they had like a few different offices. So he went over to her city, specifically, for her. So they linked up, they got together, they got married, they had children. And then she got really ill and she needed a liver transplant. So they searched through all these different people that could have done it. And she couldn't get a match through her family members because she'd been adopted.
Yeah.
So because she couldn't get that match, and as the husband, he was really upset, that thinking, she needs this transplant. So he spoke to her doctor and said, could I get this transplant, like just test, So they tested him and they was like, oh no, we need to have some words with you because something has come up in your test results. So then he goes back to the doctor and he's thinking, oh my gosh, something is seriously wrong with me now. So the doctor sits him down and says, do you know what? You are like a really close match with your wife. And you don't normally see that because normally it's a genetic thing. So he was like, well, can it happen if you're non-genetic? And it was like, yeah, it can happen, but it's like really, really rare. So they had to go through all these genetic testings and they actually found out that they were brother and sister.
I knew he was going to say that.
They had 4 kids together. They were married for like 12 years.
Kids have got problems because incest kids have problems.
Sometimes, yeah.
Most of that.
But he stayed with her because they didn't know. So he found out from his parents that they were teenagers when they had him, like say like 19, but they'd had her when they were like 15, put her up for adoption. But then when they got pregnant again, it was like, well, we'll keep this child. So they kept him, didn't keep her. And they'd moved cities, and then by chance they'd actually met each other.
Do you think you could actually stay with your partner knowing that is not even cousin, that is your brother? I could not.
It's hard, isn't it? Because
I would be sick.
Because you've already had kids as well. Like you're married to them, you've built your whole life with them. You've had 4 children.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know if I could.
Oh, I could.
Because all I'd be thinking about is the fact that we're actual siblings. Do you know what I mean?
What does that make them kids? Them kids are the product of a brother and a sister.
Well, yeah, so they're like cousins.
They're basically like, how many was there? 2?
4.
4 quadruplets, essentially.
Well, they're cousins and brothers and sisters.
Oh, that's absolutely vile. That is. That
I know.
like that does.
It made me feel a bit sick, but I forgot about that. You like unlocked a level in my brain that
How
I
did you even
remembered.
find out about that?
I'm always on the internet, so I see things or somebody will post something and then I read something.
That is batch crazy.
It is, isn't it? I thought I was, it's just one of those things that...
Do you know what? This makes, I don't know about you, my life feel really normal and nice. I'm not going to lie. It's like watching EastEnders.
Yeah, there's no do going
There
on.
should be. Tell you that for real. There should be.
What, in your life?
No, in their life.
Oh, in their life, 100%.
Yeah.
They've got whole cliffhangers. Like, what would you do? There's all those freeze moments. Yeah. Do they still do that in EastEnders?
Oh, yeah.
They do? They stop and go.
But to be fair, they don't go that far in EastEnders where there's actually incest.
Oh, okay.
I think that's too far, to be honest.
Yeah, there's a lot in it.
I don't think they have. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's been incest in EastEnders.
God. Here's me, I'm like, I don't have no dating horror stories. Yeah, I did. You unlocked the Jumanji. I think that would be me. I'll be like, Jumanji, I need to get out.